Hey everyone, this is Sarah from One Hook Two Hands. Welcome back, my butterflies, and I'm just here to hang out. So, if you guys show up, that's great. If not, whatever. But I just wanted to get on here, and I'm kind of in just a do it mode mood. And so, if you come on, cool, I'll say hi. If not, cool, it's no big deal. But I'm gonna be. Who knows? I may do this all weekend kind of live because as I'm crafting, just because, well, I'm just trying to, I'm going to get stuff done and might as well film it, right? And what better way to do it than live? So I'm here. If any of you guys show up, I will be glad to see you and we can chat. Otherwise, sit back, relax, and just enjoy watching me crochet. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, start pushing too many buttons. We'll have a problem, but anywho. Hello, everyone. Hi, peeps. We're just here to hang out, crochet, craft if you guys got anything. But otherwise, we're just here to be. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, we're just going to hang out. And who knows how long this will go. We'll see. I'm just kind of trying this out, learning, and I'm just here. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Say, I am Sarah from One Hook Two Hands, and yeah, I'm here. I'm crocheting, and we can talk about anything. I'll be making a bunch of different stuff over the course, like these little scrubbies, and some other things, some of my teacups tonight. And so I just thought might as well invite you guys all along. So I'm working on the blanket that we started the other night in our previous live. Hi, Dyer. So I don't answer that question directly. What I'd tell people is I'm in my late 30s. And I've been doing crochet over 20 years. So I'll let you figure it out from there. But I am in my late 30s. Oh, hello. So, if you were at my last live, you know I started this baby blanket. And if you can't tell, I've already gone what I call a or a row section, which is 4 rows really, which is like this much. But I've actually gone a whole nother one of those since you last saw it. So it's slowly growing, and that's why it's called the virus blanket pattern, because it grows like a virus. And it's really simple, it's really easy, repetitive, and it just keeps going. So you can go from here and make it a baby toddler blanket, which is what I'm hoping to make. But with enough yarn, you can make it into a 7 by 7 foot monstrosity, as I made my best friend's blanket into, that can cover the entire floor of my kitchen. So, and making that one was fun because I got to play, since we both share the favorite color, purple, I got to play with every shade of purple I could think of. So that was a lot of fun. Hey guys, if you're here and you like what we're doing, or just are interested in the channel, please feel free to like and subscribe. It really does help. I recently just hit a over 100 people, and it happened on me so fast I wasn't quite prepared for it. So when we hit the next milestone of 500 people, I am going to have some things planned for when we hit that milestone. So please feel free to share the channel and enjoy. And if you want to learn what I'm doing, just ask. Because like I said, in the first video, I do share how to kind of start the center. But after that, it's pretty straightforward and simple, and it just kind of keeps growing on itself. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 9, and 10. Oh, and if you're wondering, I am using Bloom Chunky. This is called Wildflower yarn, and I am using a 6.0 millimeter. That's a J hook for those of you who are more familiar with the alphabet than you are with the numbers when it comes to crochet hooks. But yeah, what's everybody else up to? What are you crafting? Hopefully, if you found my channel, you're crafting something. What are you guys crafting? Any questions for me? Let's see. 2. There we go. That's better. You guys can see a little bit better now. Guys, remember, I'm still learning the technical stuff. and I am not good at it, but I am learning, so I'm trying that out. Um, let's see. I will say that one of the things I like about this pattern, and one of my previous live in the previous live, I have the person who made it. I want to say the first name's Janice, but I'm gonna get that wrong. But I will link down below to the video of how to make this blanket from the original creator. But one of the things I like about it is it's a great way to kind of start learning how to do almost all of the basics of crocheting, because you start with chains, make a ring. So you got your chains, learn how to make a ring. You get, then you go into double crochets for the first couple rows, or double crochet in a chain. And then you use some single crochets. So other than your treble crochet, you got all of your basic stitches in this blanket. And it's a great way to kind of get your feet wet, learn how to crochet, and feel accomplished with not just, hey, I'm doing these stitches to unravel them and go back and do something else with the yarn later, but it's a great way to have a blanket when you start. And we're all about encouraging people to create over here. So I hope you guys are. Let's see. I want to see if I can. See if people can answer this for me. Let me just kind of know what people's favorite thing to crochet is. Please excuse the shakiness as I type this in. Let's see here. Blankets, toys, wearables. Why is this being so weird? Jewelry. So I would be interested to know what you guys like to crochet. if you are a crocheter. Trying to get to know my audience a little bit. Let's see here. 10. Somebody likes blankets. I do enjoy a good blanket, and I have made any and all sizes. If you do like blankets, what's your favorite blanket to make? Post it down in the chat. Hi, Daniel Wilkin. Good to see you. So we're just kind of hanging out. I'm getting to know you while I crochet because I got a lot of stuff I need to work on. And we're just kind of slowly doing this today. Hello to the people that are coming on in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like what you see, say today is just kind of a let's crochet and chat day. So if you have a question or anything you're interested in, please feel free to put it in the chat. So, trying to get to know people. That's awesome. So I do like doing blankets with patterns. Still, my favorite blanket I ever made was the TARDIS blanket. I made the big blue box, and so I made that for my sister-in-law. And so each square had a different pattern to it. So like the dark blue had like a shell pattern in it. The gray one had kind of this like open lattice work motif. The white that I used for the handle and the upper parts of the lights had this really cool vintage pattern I found in it. The black had a different pattern, and then let's see, is that all the colors? And then the light blue had a different pattern. That one I kind of based off of the image that I saw on these older lamps, which was really cool. But yeah, and then I sewed all the blocks together, which was crazy because it was like literally a king size blanket. Hi, Blair. How are you? We're just kind of hanging out as we craft and talking all things crochet and what we enjoy. You know, this is only my second live, so I don't really have a moderator. I'm doing pretty good right now. Granted, I'm not exactly like out and about good, but for the ending of a work week, I'm doing pretty good right now. It turned out, yeah, it was a lot of an energy week, but so far I'm hanging pretty strong here. So and I'm not even sure. Let me see. Kind of. I've heard other people talk about it, but I've not. Let's see. I've seen you do it though for other people, so I think I've made you a moderator because I see you do a good job. Basically, right now, I just really, for this chat at least, really just want everybody to treat everybody fairly and be kind in the chat. I think I figured out that part. Like I said, I'm still figuring all of this out as we go. But right now, I am making a baby toddler blanket. We'll see how big it gets. I'm going to do 2 balls of this yarn, and then we'll see. I'm going to move you guys up a minute so you can kind of see how big it is so far. Now we're going to stop right there, and hopefully it doesn't shake too bad. But I've already got, so this is based off of the Virus Pattern by Janice, and it's her last name starts with an M. But the center piece right here you start with, and then I call each next section a row, even though it's really 4 rows around sometimes. But you do it in 4s, and so I've done 2, and I'm on the 3rd one. And as you can see, it just kind of grows, and that's why it's called the virus blanket. Oh, congratulations, Blair. I know how getting to that 100 feels. Like, I just recently got there too, so it has been an interesting little bit. I'm still trying to figure out, you know, what you guys like, what you don't. And but yeah, so going back to the blanket for a second, because I'm kind of popcorn all around. But you just keep adding and adding and adding. Say I'm about halfway through the first ball of yarn, and I want to do 2 on this blanket. I may pause after I get done with one and move to a different project because I've got a bunch of stuff I'm working on. Because I've got fairs coming up next month, and I'm trying to do little things, big things, stock it up. And yeah. So, but this is another thing I did want to bring. I wanted to bring some more baby blankets or toddler blankets. Depending on how big the size gets, we'll see. I'd really like to see how, I'm really interested to see how big one of these balls makes for a blanket, because this is the Bloom Wildflower Chunky by Premier. Y'all, I've really fallen in love with Premier yarns here recently. There's some really interesting things, really interesting patterns and colors and stuff. And I like this because you don't have to change the color yourself. So there's less ends to weave in. Oh, that's awesome. Say, I wasn't quite prepared for this most recent one. I may do one at 250, but I'm definitely doing something at 500, and I'm kind of already planning the 500 one because that's a big milestone, and so I want to make sure that we celebrate it and celebrate it right. I'm also looking at, because see, here's the thing, is like my first instinct is when we hit 250 would be to do a purse giveaway or do one of my teapot giveaways. I know I've kind of mentioned it, but I make these coffee cups, hot cocoa cups, or tea cup pincushions. Now this one was the first one I made, and it's a little deeper than I make them now. But yeah, I thought about giving one of those away, or like make one in Alive and give it away as we hopefully get to 250 for like my first giveaway. But we'll see. I'm still trying to think. Oh, that's awesome. Like I said, I don't know if there's Nightbot naturally in here. That's something I haven't figured out either. Like, I am trying to figure out if there is something like that. Like, I don't quite know how to, like I said, I'm learning all the tools and tricks as we go, guys. Because if you do, I've got to figure out how to set it up so that there's a word that you guys can put in to put your channel in the chat. I haven't quite figured all of this out yet. I'm learning. But I do enjoy getting on here and just being able to talk to you guys as I crochet. And that way it also allows you to ask questions, because, you know, if there's ever anything that you don't know or want to know, or would be a good idea for a future video, I would love it. That's like, thanks to Teresa in our interview, I'm working on how I want to do like a color theory of a video. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do the color theory video, although I do want to go to either like a store or maybe just get several of the colors out of like that I'm using to make certain projects and show you how I kind of came up with that color scheme. Just because people were interested in how I chose my colors on some things. So I am kind of thinking through that one. So there is that. I'm also thinking it through several of the things that I do make because I make kind of everything. Um, like what should be next on either Make It Mondays or some of my dispersed throughout the week videos that you're going to be seeing coming up. So I am, like I said, I'm learning the video side of this and figuring out what to do. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you, Blair, for telling me that. So I have been crocheting for 20 plus years. Let's see. Fully, I've been crocheting 23 or so. And as I said in the video the other day, my great grandmother taught me. And yeah, so I've been doing this for a long time. She taught me, single crochet, double crochet, chain, and that kind of thing. And then from there, because she didn't do patterns, she didn't really read that much because she grew up in a different time where schooling was not as demanded, and so she could read, but not a whole lot. And a lot of the patterns she had were stored in her head. So that's kind of how I learned. Yeah, and the thing about crochet that we're learning now, crochet and knitting both, is how just helpful and healthy they are. I think about, because again, I come from mountain folk and farming folk more out west. Well, out west from where I live, uh, region kind of thing, and there's a lot of simple things that they did that really, because we've lost it, we've had a lot more anxiety or depression and stuff like that. And the thing I love about crochet is it helps calm and settle our nerves. And so a lot of times, like, you know, I'm somebody whose CPTSD is in remission. And so I highly recommend to people, like, yes, therapy is hard. Yeah, it's worth it, but it's hard. Take your crochet in. Ask your therapist if you can take your crochet in because it definitely helps, but it's worth it. And let's see. I am going to move to like just my normal mic for a second because I am running out of juice. Let's see. So we're going to kind of go to audio a little different here, just so I can get this charged and we don't die all of a sudden. But hopefully you guys can still hear me. If somebody is there, can you let me know if you can still hear me in the chat? But I definitely recommend crocheting as a way of calming yourself and learning. It's almost like a fidget toy. Okay, cool. Awesome. I wanted to make sure. The cool thing about crochet, if it is your fidget toy, or your calming mechanism, you end up with something warm at the end. Or something you can hug and cuddle because usually toys or wearables or blankets are all warm. Jewelry's a lot of fun too. I've done more jewelry in the last couple months than I have most of the time, but I am now doing I, I like to make bunny rabbits. I like to make themed jewelry for my crochet. So I do rabbits. I'm I'm on Eastern time, so it's 5:30, about 5:30 here. Um so um I do my favorite are probably my St. Patrick's Day earrings, my four-leaf clovers with some pretty little beads that have kind of a gold background on them. Cool, you're out in Central. Say I spent about 10 10 years of my life living in the Central Time Zone. We traveled a lot for my dad's job, so kind of been all over, seen a lot of things. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Let's see. Don't mess with Texas. Yeah. Say, I am a Tennessee girl, born and raised, lived all over the state, have family all over the state, and even more places. But yeah, uh, it's definitely a different culture vibe. Depending on where you live. I will say, going back to the jewelry for a second, I also am learning how to do the wire crochet jewelry, which that's pretty interesting, although it kind of tears up my hands a little bit. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that a little bit better. But yeah, I have one really pretty strand of crocheted pearls in a gold necklace. But yeah, like I said, I'm still learning that. So, like I said, all of these are things that I do, things to think about sharing with you guys. Thank you, Blair. But yeah, we are definitely all of these things. If you've seen something already that I made that you have a question about, feel free to ask. If you like blankets, I'd kind of like to know, do you like baby blankets? Do you like full-size blankets, granny square, intricate design? Like, what are the blankets you like to make? Or the toys or the wearables? Or even the jewelry? 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's see here. One more. Awesome. So I like amigurumi. I'm still kind of getting better at it, I would say. Say I like making animals or a lot of like food items that look like Oh, wow. Thank you guys for helping me hit 115 subscribers. That's awesome. So, again, I am excited. The, like I said, I wasn't quite prepared for 100, but I am planning some stuff for 250 and 500. 500 will definitely be a little bit of a bigger celebration. I've got some giveaways I'm already thinking about. If there's something giveaway that you would like, maybe put it in the chat. Give me some ideas. um, because again, I'm still getting to know you. You guys are still getting to know me. I'm still getting to know you. So I'm interested to see what you guys enjoy, what you guys like, what you seem to interact with more. So, like I said, feel free to put any suggestions or things you have down in the chat. Don't forget to like the video if you're in here, even if you're lurking. Two. All sounds good to me. Say, I think I might make a special, either tea cup or a, chicken. If you guys have seen my granny square chickens that I make, the ones that I did the tutorial on were kind of the smaller version. I'm thinking about doing maybe one of the bigger versions as a giveaway. I've got so many pictures I need to post up. Like last night, the live that I joined with Teresa and the Spoonie Stitcher, Shannon, and Critters Crochet, Teresa. We talked about so many different things. I feel like I need to put a post of all the projects I talked about just so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. That way you have an idea of some of the things. Like I said, I'm really just learning. So you guys are already surprising me how much you guys have shown up and been a part of this, and the numbers overwhelm me a little really early of just how many people kind of showed up fairly quickly. Because I think I posted my first video July 27th or July 29th. And y'all, you guys went off the wall. And please, 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 if you do have a channel and you want to drive people there, feel free to put the link in the description, in the chat. Let's help support each other because, guys, you guys are awesome. Like I said, you guys just showed up, and I was expecting like maybe to get 50 views on my first little short that I posted that day just to see, and it got over 1,000 views. Like, I posted it late at night, and by the time I woke up, it had over 1,000 views, and I was just excited, but also like I said, a little overwhelmed. And so I'm trying to make this a little bit more organized, but really, this is just a place, like I said the other day, to just like enjoy crochet and to have fun and hang out with other people. So, and again, I'm constantly learning, and I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, it really did. It was just kind of one of those things where it's like, wow, like I didn't expect people to show up that quick, or, you know, didn't have a real plan in mind. And then I'm like, okay, I guess I got to start thinking about this. But, what, like I said, I kind of just wanted to make this a place where it's really good to hang out. If you have questions, you can ask them and we can help each other. And then also maybe help inspire each other to our next project or what we're working on. And that's the thing. I'd love to hear what you guys are working on right now. If you guys are working on something or a project, or thing that you enjoy, I would absolutely love to hear about that in the chat. Um, wow, that's awesome. And so I'm just taking it one day at a time, and, you know, why is there straw there? But I'm enjoying just, like I said, it's kind of made my world feel a little bigger since the chronic illness started. So, and it's been fun. It's been like finding what they used to call like the sewing knitting circles kind of thing, but in an era where it's felt like they don't really do that anymore. And so I hope you guys have continued to enjoy the shorts. I love making them. I like doing the time lapse videos of the work I'm doing, so you guys can join along in that way. And like I said, over the weekend, I may do more of these. I'm actually working on a few things, so this I may log off when I need to like start working on some of the things that I may want to bring to teach you guys in an actual video. For example, I am working on creating a smaller purse pattern. So if you've seen my big um bag in my post, I have a knapsack, a granny square knapsack that started off as, oh, I'm just gonna do, I wanted a wide one, but I was gonna do like a short one, but it just kind of kept growing because for some reason I thought it wasn't gonna get that tall or that wide. I forgot cotton waxes out, and thought I had a pretty good feel of it, and then it just kept getting bigger, and I kept adding even though I could have stopped at any point, and then it just became what it is. And so I kind of want to create some smaller granny square bags with the idea I was originally going for, which was to have like a base that the granny squares are attached to, and then have a couple rows of like your granny square stitch in the round, and then have like a small cinch at the top, and have it kind of be like a long purse, like something you could take to like a festival or whatever while feeling like your stuff's secure. Hi, Mamie. Good to see you. Oh, cool. What kind of yarn are you using to make that shirt? Because I've seen a lot of different variations of different blends and types. So are you using like maybe straight cotton? Are you using like a linen blend? Because I've got some bamboo blend that I'm thinking about making something like either a shirt or like I keep going back and forth on what I'm going to make with that yarn. I got it because I love it and I love the feel of it, which makes me think it needs to definitely be a wearable, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. And then I've got cotton. I also got this cotton linen blend that from Hobie. If you watched my like unpacking video, basically when Hobie had their big Labor Day sale, I went through and got as many of the cotton blends that they had put on the sale as possible, um, to try and figure out what I like using. Oh, awesome, an acrylic. So, I you said you're making a shirt. Is it like long sleeve? Or wait, did you say t-shirt? Hold up. You just said a shirt. um, but is it from the acrylic red hard, or have you used a different kind? Because I feel like that would be a pretty heavy shirt. I mean, that's not a bad thing, but it just seems like that would be kind of heavy. Okay, cool. Sorry, I just trying to get a visual without actually, um, seeing it yet. But I look forward to see what you make. Absolutely, that would be great. I was just saying I need to put a post on my channel to kind of show all the things I was talking about last night in Critters and Spoonies, Teresa and Shannon's uh birthday live about different projects. And so definitely want to put that up there for all to see. I don't know if I'll be able to see it while I'm still in doing the live, but I definitely want to see it. Thank you. Say, as I was telling the others, I've been doing this over 20 years now. Say, there's some patterns that just stick with me and I kind of go back to them all the time, and this is one of those. But yeah, I've been doing this for a long time, despite my age, and enjoy doing it. It's my de-stressing hobby, so absolutely love it and will always do it because it just makes my day. 8. There's a lot of practice, but I also say everybody has their thing, right? Like, I believe everybody's gifted in one area where that it's just their thing and they're really good at that thing. And for me, crochet just happens to be mine. I think crochet. So and since I've started the channel, I've really enjoyed getting to share that and kind of share the way my brain works in terms of thinking in crochet. And being able to share with others and again, just share this love and passion I have for it, Let's see here, 3. I'm here. I just kind of ran out of things to talk about without someone introducing a new topic. So, um, just concentrated on the blanket a little bit, but let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7. And if my voice sounds off or it sounds like it's staticky, it's probably just my voice. It's is what it is. When it comes to I talk for my job. I work in a doctor's office where I work on the phones all day, so it's kind of like triaging what's trying to come into a doctor's office. Um, and because of that, like I said, I can talk all day or not, but it does leave my voice a little off sometimes. But like I said, it's been a good week there was some sort of, we had something come in. Somebody must have sprayed something in a different office in the building, because the vents kept bringing in this like scented thing, and it kept causing me to have a little bit of an allergic reaction too. So that's part of the weirdness of the voice, but it is like I say about a lot of things, it is what it is. But yeah, I just kind of intend to hang out and enjoy, and like I said, bring y'all along with me in the chaos of me trying to be organized tonight. So here we are. I do think I need to do a little bit better of a job with this chat and that kind of thing, and figuring out a little bit more about that. I want to do some education this weekend too, to kind of educate myself on how to do a little bit more in that direction, so that this isn't just kind of fly by the seat of my pants as much as I've been doing it. Like I said, I'm trying to learn. They say there's a practice mode. I haven't quite figured out how to activate that just yet, but I plan on doing that sometime this weekend with the new system that they've rolled out, which is left a lot of things going on. Let's see, 2, 4, 6. 2, 3. So basically in this pattern, I'm going to take a side note and just talk about the pattern for a second. In every chain 5 space that you have, every chain 5, you're going to have 10 double crochets. So like these are 2 chain 5 spaces. So you have 10 in each on the corners. And then you have chain 3 spaces that you kind of create a little bit of a lattice with, which you can kind of see right here. And that's usually over a more solid piece of the blanket. And like again said, it just kind of keeps growing. That's why it's called a virus blanket, and keeps multiplying and getting bigger. So there's a lot of chaining, there's some single crochets and double crochets. And so this is a really good, if you want something that's kind of interesting, it's kind of a first sampler project, it's really good to do. When I get done with this video, I will link the description, or the video. I want to say it's by Janice somebody, because all of a sudden my brain went blank again. But I will link that video down below if you want to watch her video of how to do it. I also had a kind of a stop-start video live, because the first time I went live, I didn't realize if you went over an hour, it would start to do these checks, which would like turn the video off. Oh, awesome. I will definitely do that when I can. Say, because I don't know if I can do that without causing a problem. Let me see if there is a, what does this do? Oh, no, video. Like I said, I'm figuring it out, guys. Bear with me. Let me see. I don't think it'll let me get off to go check it out, but I will definitely check that out after we get done. Gonna go back this way. Lift you guys up a little since it's growing. try to anchor this a little bit because it's starting to be floppy. But, yeah, you know, but I will definitely check that out, and everybody who can should go and check out Mamie's post to see what she's working on. So, okay. Why? Okay, I thought you were all the way down there. What? Again, this is one of those. It decided to do something weird on me, so bear with me as I try to fix the stand. I know it'll be a little weird for a minute. Like I said, I was not a videographer. Okay, I think we're good. I am from Tennessee. And I will say I'm East Tennessee mountain person. I try not to give away exactly where I live, but or at least not on the lives kind of stuff. I'd probably say more in a members, which is something I'm thinking about, but I'm still so new, not ready to do. But it is something that I am thinking about, but that would be something where I'd be willing to share when I can do like maybe a members where I can invite, like do a members Zoom or something. I don't know. I've thought about stuff like that. Like a once a month member Zoom. But I'm from the mountainside of Tennessee. Yes. I most certainly am. But between that and knowing ASL, and I've traveled all over the world, so sometimes my accent, people have a hard time placing it because of just how I've been all over. It comes out when I'm actually here because I moved back to my hometown area. It comes out more when I'm here, the accent. When I kind of get away from this area, it's like it starts to fade some. So it's definitely an interesting makeup. Our little blanket is growing. The thing I do like about this yarn from Premier is for something like this, for like a blanket like this, you're going to make that really quick. It's not going to be a long project like what I did. It's Sarah. My first name's Sarah. I'll even say I'm a Sarah Gwendolyn. So kind of lost my train of thought when I saw that, Blair. But yeah. I was talking about the yarn. I really like this Premier yarn because it does make it easy and quick to do blankets while looking like you spend a lot of time changing colors and all this stuff. And finding the right yarn for like blankets like this, I'm pretty good at picking by now, but right yarn is definitely something that's worth making sure for whatever project you're doing. Because there's been a couple of projects where I've chosen too thin of a yarn or too thick of a yarn, and yeah, no. Okay, bye, Mamie. Thank you for dropping by. And I will definitely check out your post later. Yep. Which, thank you for posting that, Blair. I definitely need to put some more up. Because I don't really have any of like my toys or my Immigrant Guri or any of my well, I have 2 purses I think up, but none of them my more interesting bags, so I definitely need to put some of those up, um, on the Etsy. Although I am kind of waiting till I get through this big show that I'm doing in, um, the end of November. I may put some things up before then, but you may see a flood of things pop up after that, um, just because there's been I probably have 2 totes full of toys that none of them are on the website at all, um, and I am actively trying to, um one of the things I wanna do at the fairs this year, that's the first time I've ever done, is I'm gonna do a, mystery bag or, like, a roll of the dice kinda thing, so it's like you throw a dice and you pay, so many and you can get, um so, you may have a chance to get a 20 or a $25 item for, 10 or 15, I haven't decided yet, but there may also be some $5 items in there, so it just depends, but I'm gonna do, I said, this mystery bag kind of thing, and we'll see how that goes, but it's all gonna be stuffed toys that I've made, so it'll all be really good stuff, uh, and I'm also trying to make sure I have enough bags, sweaters, and blankets for it as well, so it's kind of I wanna put some of this stuff up on Etsy, but at the same time, because we're getting close to um feel free to post it in the chat if you want to, Blair, um, because 'cause I'm all about encouraging others at stores and to go check out. That way we can, I can that'll it'll let me go check it out later. Um, because I definitely love to support other creators, but yeah, trying to get ready for this big festival because in our area, it's one of the biggest, and it's on the Saturday after Thanksgiving, so it's huge. Um, they think they'll have 4 to, 5,000 people come through, and so I am trying to make sure I have enough inventory for a show like that, and even though I feel like I have enough, it's like you feel like you never have enough at the same time. Um, so that's why I don't have everything I do posted up there. Um, let's see. Although I do have a lot. And I do custom orders, but custom orders, for blankets, that takes a little while. For example, for blankets, if it's a child size, I would say like a preteen and down, I need like a month, maybe two. Like I said, if it's a baby or like a toddler, that's a little different, but an actual child, I need a month or 2, but, if I'm making an adult size blanket, y'all, that one takes a hot minute, and I don't mind doing custom orders, but, you know, depending on what you're wanting, like, time-wise, a custom would start at, 3 months because it takes time. It takes a lot of time depending on what you're doing. Um, but, like I said, I did some custom baby booties the other day, which was fun. Um, and I like making a lot of things. Um, one of the things I just started making were the face scrubbies, like this out of cotton, nice cotton, um, smooth cotton. Although it's not mercerized, but it's smooth, and so I enjoy that. Again, I'm a texture girl. Um, like I said, I have none of my toys in, which is so weird to me to think about, or like many of the different styles of my bags I don't have up, which I really should get a few of those on there before the holiday season really hits. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to stay ahead of the game on this year. I'm trying to be a little bit more deliberate as I try to do this. So, but you guys have probably seen more than what's on my Etsy store, to be fair. Let's see. Did I bring my, yeah, my water's here. I have to be careful to get it, but like I said, I kind of want to finish up this entire ball of yarn, and then I'm going to move on to some other projects that I want to work on today. Let's see. Like I said, I really just did get on to try to fight y'all in. Let's see. I'm interested to see if we can get a full another set out of this. If I can get all the way around with this row and the next. So I think the best way to talk about it is each round is made up of 4 rows. And this is the 3rd row. I'm hoping I can get all the way through the 4th with what I have left of this yarn. Of this particular ball. I've got a whole nother one ready to go, but I'm hoping, because it'd be really nice to get to there and be able to see how big it is. Welcome, people. We're just hanging out, crocheting. If you have a question, feel free to ask. If you have any interest in anything, I'd love to know that. Yes, please like and subscribe. Really does help. I've got some things planned up as we get more and more community members into the butterflies. And we're all about having more and more of you guys in here, and this is also about me getting to kind of know you guys a little bit as you ask questions or we talk about things. Oh, that made me think of a question I had. I'm going to type in the poll, so in the chat, so bear with me as I move this down a little bit to do it. Stay. All right. If you need to go, feel free, Blair, but like I said, we're just hanging out over here. Let's see. see here. Interested. Okay. Thank you, Blair. Say, I'm very grateful. Like I said, did not expect any of this to go quite like it did or as fast as it did. It really did take me by surprise, and I'm learning as I go. Because the video side especially has been a new thing for me, but I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying not to tap that, but I am learning. I've got this, so the new tripod that I have is awesome, but I realized the other day there's a knob on the bottom that's missing, and I know what it looks like, and I know I have it. I just have no clue where I put it the other day when I was kind of in a brain fog day. So it's made my videos a little more wobbly because of that. And so I'm trying to still remember where I put that knob. Like, it's like I remember having it in my hand. I thought I put it in one place. It's not there. And so I'm kind of slowly trying to like retrace my steps, but the problem was it was a brain fog day. So when it's a brain fog day, things get a little all over the place. But yeah. So when I say color theory, yes, I would be talking about like technically some of the basics behind it, but a lot of it is more of like how I put together blankets, colors, and what I think looks good. Because a lot of times I'm somebody who'll go out and I will buy yarn in a color scheme, even if I don't have the project for it yet. Like, I'll like, oh, I want to do, I don't really, sometimes I go where I'm like, I found this pattern, I want to do this project, so I need this, and this yarn. A lot of times, I'm the person that when I go buy yarn, I'm like, ooh, I like this color, and I can see these two going together this way. And then I try to go find the project that fits the color scheme or the type of yarn in many ways. And so, and to do that, I'm thinking about taking you guys all the way from store to finished product in a few things to do the color theory, but we'll see. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, this little yarn might hold out until we get all the way back around. We'll see. See if I can get my water without causing a whole tussle, y'all. Because I thought I had my water where I could reach it. Famous last words. There we go. Bring the pretty yarn back. The pretty hook. Let's see here. I do not need a chain there. I don't know why there was a chain there. To the silent people in the background, hi. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. We're just here hanging out, crocheting, talking about different random crochet things. If you do have a question, feel free to put it in the chat. If you have anything you've ever wondered about, feel free to put that in the chat. But yeah, we're just here hanging and crocheting and talking about a bunch of random things. So if there's anything there that you want to put in, feel free. We'll do our best. Okay. Bye, Blair. Thank you for hanging out and being with me. Bye. Have a good one. Say. To the silent one who's lurking, thank you for lurking. Say, like I said, we'll keep going. I probably, well, we'll just see how this continues to go. Hello, hello. Hi, everybody, welcome. I'm Sarah from One Hook Two Hands, and we're just kind of doing a hangout. Feel free to just join in if you want. If not, that's cool. Hello, hello.
Let's see, more water.
I think next I'm going to work on some more face scrubbies, but I want to do some Christmas themed ones. So, and kind of get started on my Christmas themed stuff. So those look like this. This is like the mint seafoam green one I just did. I have one that I need to finish because it's almost done. This is such a relaxing blanket. And I really like yarn like this for it because, again, you do not have to do the color changing. When you have to do the color changing, it gets a lot. And there are ends, and I hate the ends that you must weave in. Sometimes you can get lucky and manage to do a little obligatory yawn bingo. But you can do a lot of things. Let's see here. I'm trying to get down to the bottom of this ball of yarn, and here's our progress. We got a whiles yet. Okay, I don't know if that's right or not, but we'll try it this way. going more by feel than sight at the moment. But here we are. Doo-doo. Hello, hello, and welcome. If you're just joining, this is literally just a hangout where if you have a question or have anything you ever wondered about with crochet, feel free to pop on, ask a question. Please like and subscribe. We're enjoying a lot of growth over on my channel. Very grateful. This will be playing on Shalice's as well, who's normally here but is not. And we are from the colorful peoples. Or no, sorry, my brain went a whole other way and I don't know why that came out. But we're just hanging out, crocheting, talking about random things, and yeah, doing whatever. So right now, nope, I am trying to see how far this one skein of yarn will go when it comes to this blanket. We're making a virus blanket by Janice, and I cannot remember the last name. I will link it down below once this is over. And yeah. Here. Welcome, welcome. I will tell you, something like this is really good for brain fog days when you can't really think straight. Because even if you mess up, it kind of is a very forgiving pattern. Let's see here. See. See here. Let's see. So there's that one. And now, where did we start this one? Is it over here? No. Oh, we're almost all the way back around on this row. So, well, we might legitimately make it all the way around with what's left of this ball of yarn. I should be able to get a nice little measure on the start of this project. Mm. Let's see, here we go. Hello. Please stop till I can subscribe. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not in the same space. 2, 4, 5. Welcome, welcome to those who are joining. I am Sarah from One Hook, Two Hands, and this is our One Hook, Two Hands community. We're just having a hangout, crocheting, talking when we have a question or have something we would like to know. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Working on the virus blanket at the moment, but I want to do a couple more intricate things here shortly. Trying to use up all this yarn in the first ball first to see just how much it makes me. Let's see. And we are almost back to the beginning. We've made it an hour 90. I think I want to try to hit 2 hours tonight. I might make it longer. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. And through the course of this weekend, I'll probably do more of this, just like randomly get on and work on something. But just wanted to get on and start by doing it. Let's see, that should be 10, 2, 4, 6, 10. Slip stitch to the top of here. And so I have this much left. I think I should be able to get my chain ones, double crochets, chain ones done. So you chain 4, and then you double crochet in each the double crochets around. For a total of 10. Oh no. Math is an important crochet skill, one that my brain, as tired as I am, does not really have tonight. So we will see how, like I said, this is the part that's going to get a little funny. So, let's see. Don't think I want to make it a full round with the yarn, but we're going to get awful close. So, there's this, and then you just, let's see, 2, 4, 6. Awesome, we at least have the right number. And then you skip, crochet, no chain on this, and crochet directly into the first double crochet of the next round of 10. And then you double crochet, chain 1. You're not doing a single crochet though. Hello, welcome. Feel free to like and subscribe if you like this video. We are just hanging out, crocheting, and if you have a question, you can put it in the chat. If you don't, feel free just to lurk. Skip into here. Who knows? I may actually do this. I may not. We'll see. With it being chunky, I'm not as gauging as well of how much yarn I have left. See if I can make it all the way around with this one ball. So, let's see. keep trying to single crochet instead of double. Real conundrum, guys. A real conundrum. Put me right around this mark. See here. Said, I'm surprised with how much yarn I have left from this row. Might be able to get all the way around. See here. Protein bite. See here. I love chunky yarn. It grows so fast when you're doing this kind of blanket. It does not take as much time, and I love the variegation on this because I'm gonna help you. That means you do not have to change yarns or weave in ends. So here we go. Well, hoping this does get me all the way around. It's got me one side so far. Why do I keep trying to go into a single crochet? Three skips in. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't think I'm making it all the way around, guys. But we are at least 2 sides. Make it to a little bit of 3, so that would be interesting. Because that would give me enough to at least measure. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you like this video. Let's see. Thank you to those who already have. Oh, hold up. Okay, that's as far as I got. So didn't quite get all the way around on the second one. or on the first one. But I am going to go ahead and measure just what the width we have, because I'm trying to see how much this first ball needs. And I'm not doing like a proper measurement, guys. A proper measurement, I would flatten this out. I would maybe block it, do all the things. That's not what I'm doing. I just want to see how much that first ball of yarn gave me, because it'll help me in the future when I start thinking about wanting to make other things out of this. So I'm going to kind of stretch it a little bit, because when you've got yarn like this, it does need to kind of stretch or whatever. Let's just see how much that gave me without getting fully across. Try to go center to center here. It is kind of stretchy. So about 22 inches. It's like right here. It's a little over 22 inches for that first ball of yarn. So this would make a really good lovely, like even just to finish it off, that would make a good lovely blanket. I'm going to keep going on it and seeing how far. Now, I'm probably going to do one round. I'm just going to, right now, I'm just going to finish to the other side over here with what I have. And then I'm going to pick up a different project. Now, you can do so many different ways of connecting right here, depending on how you want to do it. I do like anchoring down. I'm trying to decide. I think because my colors match, I am actually going to do a slip stitch or a Russian join right here on my blanket to make it just a little bit of a smoother transition too. So I'm going to pull out a few stitches, and then I'm going to get over here, take my scissors. Well, actually, no. First things first. Let me get my tapestry needle out. When I say tapestry, I mean a proper tapestry needle that's pretty sharp on the bottom, especially with the kind of yarn we're using. So I need the sharper one. There we go. Put that over there. My little box of everything. Put the needle over there for a second. Put that in the jumbled mess in there. And I'm going to come over here. Pop that off. We're going to get a clean edge, as clean as we can on this. We are going to flip it through, thread it. Now, unwinding this kind of yarn can be a little interesting, and trying to stay in the center can be a little interesting. So you kind of need to turn it to really make sure that you're staying in the center, because it's kind of already where you can see it, and you want to give yourself enough room of like weaving it all in together. So you want to make sure there's not a place where there's like a lot of metal showing and whatnot. Then you're going to come take your hook, you're going to insert it into the loop. Then you're going to push it up and over, pull it up if you need to. That's why you got the hook in there. Then you're going to pull the piece out, through, down. Now we got a fuzzy, kind of pull that tight. We got that. Now, coming over here, gonna cut just, again, you're just trying to make sure it's as straightforward as you can as you put it through your tapestry needle, because, you know, they do not like to do this very well. Then you're gonna get a little bit of this. You're gonna slide this off and slide this needle through and around. You're going to pull this up close to the needle. You're going to reach over. You're going to try to unwind and slip this needle in and make sure it's not coming through the other side. You do not want to see a lot of metal. You know, the goal is to go in the center as much as possible of your yarn threads, and you're going to pull through, pull this to help pull it up over, pull that on through. Well, how did that get in there? Huh. Pull that out. I'm going to put that back in there so it doesn't get lost in my mess right now. You're going to pull on either end, pull tight, pull tight. Love that sound. Then you're going to snip right here, close it. Cool. My best friend's joining us in the background. We're going to slip right there. I am. But we can talk too. I'm over my mark. And then you just, once you do that, you've got this really, it's a little thicker than your rest of your yarn. But you've got a really smooth yarn, and you just keep going. Like I said, I'm going to get to the other side. I think I'm going to stop for tonight. But if you are here and you did have this video or just now joining, feel free to like and subscribe. Like I said, I've been on for a little over 2 hours now, so had fun. And all this weekend I'm going to be just popping on randomly. So there'll be lots of lives probably this weekend as I just pop on and come over here to show you guys what I'm working on over the weekend. At any point, feel free to ask questions, put anything you would like to know in the chat, or something you'd like to see me do or heard me talk about, because goodness knows I can talk about crochet pretty much all day long. Yarn, crochet, whatever. Or just life in general stuff. Just ask my best friend. we chat until 3 a.m. in the morning quite often. But yeah, I'm gonna finish on a round, so I don't have too much further to go to complete this round. We're already halfway through, but I'm gonna finish this and then we'll sign off for now. But I have enjoyed it. Have enjoyed all the questions. Let's see here. Just trying to I'm really interested to see how big of a blanket this makes once we get once we get these 2 balls done. Depending on what size this is, I may either go get some more or I may finish it depending on what size we're at as we get closer with this new ball of yarn. But we'll see. Hey guys, so we're getting really close to the end here, and once I get here, I'm going to finish this live for tonight. Now I may come back on later, I don't know, because again, like I said, I'm going to be popping in and out kind of all weekend just as I am working on stuff, inviting you in, letting you see stuff, maybe talking you through it, I don't know. But I just, part of this is me playing with the lives, figuring out where and what works best, all the things. But I enjoyed tonight. I enjoyed having you, all my lurkers, as well as the ones that did actually speak. If you liked this video, please, or enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. If you have a suggestion or a or something that you want to see done in the future, please let me know. I'm going to be posting some things that of different projects we talked about, some pictures in the community portion of this. Go check out Mammy or Mommy's. I think it's pronounced Mammy. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Post as well. Like it. Give it some attention. Please feel free to like and subscribe to any of Hooked by Blair or Mammy or some of the other creators who showed up in the chat. Yeah, what else? I hope you have a good night. Just to give you a few little tidbits of what's coming up, I will be joining Battle of the Stitches again in November, and I'm really excited. I already had the project in mind. I had it in mind from the moment I said it. I hope to record that video, not this weekend, but next weekend. I'm really excited about the project, and so I'll be recording all parts of it here shortly. I'm really excited to see how it plays out. Let's see, Battle of the Stitches is coming up in November. Again, I am going to be, you'll see me around doing several videos of my projects. The projects are the projects that are being made for people, and so I want to invite you in, but you won't really see them until after the gift is given. But I will be recording them, and you'll start to see a few of those drop because there's a lady in my life whose birthday is not this week, but next, who is the woman who begat me. So you'll be seeing some of the stuff I've been making for her. And I hope you enjoy those videos. And then I am going to make the color theory video. I don't know when or what timeline that's dropping. But I also will be making some purses and some things you'll start to see drop, as well as us continuing to work on, you'll start to see the Willow Granny square sweater that I made, and we'll be moving forward in that. So that's kind of a lot, but that's kind of what's up on the horizon for me. I love y'all. Thank you. Hope you had a good time, and I'll see you on the next one.